What is everyone talking about right now? Oh, see this? This is Andre. All right, Princeton. Is he a track athlete? What is this? Okay, all right. Men's track and field. Versatile skill set here. All-time school. Number one all-time in school history in the heptathlon. Okay, all right. I'm intrigued.
Hello. Welcome to Bestball with Bindles. Yoshi fans, stand up. Let's go. You know, making the 53-man roster. It's a momentous day, and we have someone here to celebrate. The man, the myth, the legend, the THEELCOACH, recurring guest. How's it going, sir? You ready for this long weekend?
Yeah, man. Good to be here. Thanks for the invite. Excited for the long weekend. Excited for Josefus making the team. That's great. I've been a hype train since the draft. Slightly not hyped after watching the Huskers last night. So
I saw that late last night. Like I was up super late last night, and I saw the score. I was like, oh no, that's not a good vibe to start the stream.
They started putting up the graphics. It was game over at that point. Just bad news. Those one-score losses, systemic.
Those poor Huskers. What are you gonna do? So yeah, what's been going on? Let's shoot the shit for a little bit before we hop into a draft. So what like how have you been feeling in these rooms? They've been super chaotic lately with all the quote casuals coming in. I feel like it's such a stark difference from like earlier in the summer where like everyone was stacking, everyone was like you could kind of push stuff. Like even on our last stream, I was watching it back and I was like, we pushed Aaron Rodgers like 20 past ADP. And I feel like now I'm like, I would never chance that now. It's just not worth it. So
yeah, it's either you're going to be able to wait on guys and have them slip like 30 picks past ADP and it makes no sense, or you're going to get sniped 2 rounds early. There's no consistency to it. It's great in some cases because you can snag some crazy value. I was waiting on a Russell Wilson stack who has somehow become one of my most rostered QBs, which is kind of terrifying. But
it's just because that stack is so nice right there.
Yeah. I want every part of that Chargers Broncos game late in the season. So that's good. But I've been trying to get as many drafts in August as possible. It's been a lot, filled in a lot of those puppy drafts when that was open.
They just dropped another one.
Yeah. Oh, the Puppy 4 is open now?
Oh, I don't know if it's open. No. I don't know if it's open yet, but I saw they announced it at least. Yeah.
Yeah. There goes my Labor Day weekend. It'll be great.
You're at the barbecue or whatever, and you're just like, people are trying to talk to you like, oh, how's life going? And you're just like, sorry, Jahan Dotson pick 65. Yeah. I gotta rip it.
Yeah. Scoop up a cold one and scoop up these values. It'd be good. There's a lot of kids' birthdays happening this weekend, so I'll probably be facing the phone sometimes. It's good.
That's perfect opportunity right there. You can just kind of, you can have some interaction. You can stay up in the corner. Perfect opportunity for the degens to dig in. So I love it.
Yeah. How about you? How's your draft's been going?
Honestly, I haven't been drafting too much the last couple of weeks. I've just mostly on stream. So I feel like I hopped into one yesterday or a couple of days ago with Justin Herzig, who won BBM1. Super smart guy. Like I feel like he was pushing me off my spots, which was really fun. And it's just so much different than even 2 weeks ago. Like I feel like 2 weeks, like it's hard because I just hopped in and I haven't been drafting. So then I was just like, oh, well, these guys are going 20 picks higher than they were a couple weeks ago. And definitely caught me scrambling a little bit, but luckily we had an expert on, so that helped a lot. But yeah, I think I'm feeling a little bit better. I've been getting a feel for the ADP a little bit more. And I think the one nice thing too is that there's so many, like we have a little bit more information on the like RB2 situation for a lot of teams. Yeah. I mean, how accurate is that necessarily? We don't really know, but it's a lot more than it was earlier in the summer. So I feel like I'm a little bit more like I'm only probably going to do a couple more drafts, but willing to do 0 RB just because I feel like there's a lot more late options because it was getting real gross in like the 13th, 14th round. Like after like Jalen Warren, like Algier, those guys were going. Obviously there's some whatever Roshan, Kendry, other guys, but like there was like 5 or 6 rounds where I'm just like, I do not want to take any of these guys. I was trying to get my running backs like before that range. Which then whatever, it's not good or bad. It just leads you with some interesting builds. But yeah.
Really glad we got that clarity on Jeff Wilson going on IR right before this season. Got some bags that are just rotting with that. The Colts have been really kind with, completely botching the JT situation and opening up so many opportunities for late round running back choices for us. What a gift. What a gift.
That was literally going to be my next question to you. How are you feeling? Have you been pounding the scotch?
Bud, brutal. Absolutely brutal. That press conference where Ballard was going through like, hey, did Andrew Luck suffer because he didn't have a premier running back? Like, just throw your phone across the room after that. Just terrible. Like, yeah, pay the guy. You've paid off-ball linebackers and offensive guards big money over the last few years. Pay Jonathan Taylor. It's okay. You need it. Like, you need him there.
I mean, like, or trade him. Like, it's fine if you don't want to pay him, but trade him then. Like, don't just let him rot and die on your roster. That's terrible.
Just a mess. And so, like, I remember, what was it, earlier this month when there was the window where he was like sliding into the third round, like mid-third round, and you could get him. It felt like a great value now, but now he's just you can't.
He's free falling. Yeah, I know it's tough.
It's terrible.
Where do you see yourself? I asked Justin Herzog this yesterday. Where would you continue to take him? Like if he fell to a certain point, like where is that point? So yeah, what are you feeling on that?
I mean, if like it sounds so ridiculous, but like if he's there in like the 9th or the 10th round, maybe. But I like it's so bizarre at this point. It really feels like the Lev Bell situation a couple of years ago, where I mean, what was it? Crane was saying something about how you're learning a lot about like what is an accrued year, like how many games do you have?
Yeah, I never thought about that at all before this. Yeah.
When you start having to like dive into contract details, like maybe we just don't draft the player. Like just let it go.
My girlfriend's a lawyer. I am not, so I'm not going to go into that. So you know what I mean? Like it's too much nitty gritty details for me. I'll just see a couple tweets and I'll just roll with whatever I see on there.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be good.
Okay, we got a question here from James Hansen. How do we feel about Nico Collins this year? I'll let you start on this one.
Feeling good, man. I feel like he's had a really nice offseason, building a lot of rapport down there in Houston. I think that room is pretty much wide open. I mean, you got Mechie and Woods down there too. So Nico's kind of established himself as that boundary receiver. We've seen flashes over the last 2 years with him. Just hasn't been consistent. Also hasn't had the best quarterback play, but I'm excited to watch him and Stroud ball out. I feel like he's definitely one of the better wide receivers you can snag. If you go RB heavy early on, you can get him in the early teens, I feel like still. So yeah. How about you?
Yeah, I think I've come kind of full circle on Nico Collins. Like I think when I first started playing like Bestball and Dynasty and everything, like I'm a Michigan State fan actually, so not a Michigan fan, but like I knew who Nico Collins was and I was familiar with his game, so I was kind of in on him in the beginning, and then I feel like as I got into the more like Twitter sphere and like people who know what they're talking about, they were all down on Nico Collins. So I was like, okay, I was in, I was out. And now I'm all the way back in because it's just, I mean, I think if it wasn't Houston, if he was on another team, like even if it was Carolina, if it was like you switch spots with like him and like Mingo or something, I feel like he'd be getting a lot more hype. He's getting a lot more hype than he was, but it's still, I feel like a pro, like he's 6'3", like 210, like big ran boy. Super fast. And I mean, his analytical numbers were looking pretty good last year. I know it's hard when like Brandon Cooks wasn't really there, but I just think whatever. I don't love his price now that's moved up to like 115. Before he was a smash. I was taking him a lot. I think I'm like 20% or something, like more than 20%. But yeah, I think in Dynasty too, I've taken him a few times in like the 13th round or 14th round, where I'm just like, if he's a wide receiver 3, that's fine price for him right there. And if I can ship him off for like a whatever, like a early second or something in the season, I'll do it. So yeah, I was out and then they pulled me back in. So
good stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else is going on. Yeah, the Jeff Wilson thing just hurting my heart, honestly. Like it's funny because like the JT, I have JT bags, but like for some reason I'm just like, okay, well, if he comes back, whatever, maybe my team's down the stretch. He'll do something down the stretch. Jeff Wilson, I just feel like I have so much in all formats that it's just like it's like I'm in like the doom and gloom mode. I'm just like, what, like it, and I have a good amount of A-Chain as well. Not so much Mostert, a few shares. So that one is just, even though it's like the cost is way different and it's like Jeff Wilson isn't that exciting. It's just my bags are so loaded that I'm just like, oh God, this is not.
Yeah. He was one of my highest rostered running backs. So I'm not excited that the beat writers decided to take a month-long vacation from reporting that stuff. That one kind of stings. I'm not gonna lie, because he was like 15th round, like super cheap for a while there. Had some TD upside, part of a great offense. That one hurts.
Honestly, it's just the beginning of the existential dread that is the fantasy football season. Like we, my friend who's coming on in a little bit, his name's Emo Cowboy, and he's just like, yeah, I've been around, I've been doing this for a while, but like that's how I feel. I just feel real emo right now. Like I'm just like, I know in my heart, I'm just like, I know so many guys are gonna get injured. I'm gonna have to be in my lineup. I'm gonna have to be starting freaking Randall Cobb in like half my leagues because it's gonna be week 7 and everyone's hurt. So yeah, well, you know what? We're gonna ride the wave while it's still good, while guys are still healthy, and enjoy. You got to take the small win. So whatever small wins we can take, we got to do it. So
this means when we start drafting here, we're gonna get a draft slot at like 4, 5, or 6, like right where you should take Cooper Kupp, but you can't take Cooper Kupp anymore. It'll be good.
Yeah, no, that one's scary too.
Yeah, that hurts.
30-year-old wide receiver with a hamstring injury, it's never a good look. Like you especially going into the season, like you're just like, you don't want to like, I think there is some edge to be there if it's like certain players, but I'm not sure like you want to be drafting a guy when you've been like when you want to be drafting a guy going into the year with an injury. Like that's why we see like McLaurin falling, Judy falling.
Yeah.
Kupp still has upside. So like if he fell to like pick, I don't know, like 9 or something or 10, I think I would actually consider it. But let's hope we're not in that spot. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Kupp. What round Andrew Luck going this year?
Guys, come on now. Let's have some class.
Hey, I've been drafting Carson Wentz in Dynasty. So what is dead never die. Okay, we'll take a shot. All right, you want to hop into a draft? And I know you're taking the wheel. So you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alrighty, yeah. Let's. I'm very, very interested to see. Like I've been getting a lot of late draft slots, like 11, 12, which I don't hate actually because of the running backs there in the 3rd round. I feel like it actually like the board falls pretty nice there. So yeah, what about you? What spots have you been liking or disliking? Recently?
Yeah, I love the end of the 1st. I feel like I get stuck between 7 and 10 a whole lot. If I can get 12, that's great. But I've really been digging whoever falls there and then scooping up those wide receivers on the backside or at the beginning of round 2. I really have been digging that.
Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense. I feel like, yeah, that's a good spot right there. I just feel like it gives you a lot of options. Like it's just, it's a little, and it's nice to be in the middle of the board sometimes just because, if there's some fallers, you can pick them up. Whereas like if you're at the turns, it's like you never really get those guys as much.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So what are you feeling? What do you want to load up the queue with here?
Let's see.
We got J Jeff goes 1.
I mean, I do you want, I mean, it's on your account. So, I mean, it's up to you, but I feel like I kind of want to get weird a little bit. Like, I don't know. I feel like I want to do something weird.
Let's add some RBs in.
Bijan, I feel like I've been Kelsey pilled in terms of like, I want to get a little bit more of him. So I'm down with any of those three if they fall to us.
Okay. Eckler, Kelsey, or Bijan?
Yeah, I think I lean Bijan, but I think Kelsey would be fine. Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Man. Oh, my goodness. All right.
We were talking about Bijan like months ago. Like, oh, he's probably going to start going like 5th overall or something once the casual crowd starts coming in. So, okay. So Bijan, Kelsey go.
It's
Eckler go.
And
so
Eckler. Okay.
So
we've
who's
got
on
some
the board?
decisions.
So Cup or Diggs. I'm fine with Diggs or Cup, or AJ Brown. But I think I lean slightly Diggs. But
let's go Diggs. Feeling it? Let's do it. We'll respect the clock. We'll pick early.
We'll give back to the community, give back,
Yeah.
25 seconds or so. That's what we can do.
I feel like we're going to see Nick Chubb round 1 here too. Get some high testosterone in this room. No badges. So these boys, they're off half day for the weekend. They're ready to party.
They might be already drunk. Yeah. Let's see what happens. Hopefully they are.
Yeah.
I can't. What are your thoughts on Nick Chubb? I don't know if I asked you last time because I feel like what are your thoughts? Because I'm not so into it.
Yeah, I'm not into it. I mean, he's very good, very serviceable. But I want that high upside. And I get he'll have those nice games. But I don't think he's not a ceiling play in my mind. Which is. I don't like disparaging the guy's talent. Like he's an incredible running back, but yeah, I definitely want to get a little bit adventurous in a setting like this.
There you go. Chubb 10th overall. We got Amon-Ra going off the board, Garrett Wilson. Yeah, I feel like Garrett Wilson, I feel like it's such a dichotomy in my head. I'm like, I feel like he has that like breakout profile. He's tied to Aaron Rodgers now. I don't know. For some reason, I just have big Denver Broncos vibes from the Jets this year. Like, I feel like we're going in and we think it's like, oh, they're going to be this huge breakout team. And like something in my gut is just telling me, okay, let's we're on the clock. So let's see what's going on.
So pick 19, we've got Waddle. We've got Pollard slipping a little bit.
I'm good with, I'm good with Pollard or Waddle or Olave. Any of those that you like. Lean Pollard, but I like any.
Let's do Pollard. So we've got a Diggs and Pollard start there. Was hoping AJB would slide to us. That would have been really cool to get a round 2 AJB. My goodness.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often. That tier is so flat to me. It's kind of weird though. Like I like AJ Brown, obviously for like the weekly upside, and I do think like the Eagles might be trailing a lot more. So I do like him, but I don't know. Like I almost prefer Devontae straight up, like in terms of just projectable volume. But obviously ADP exists, so I'm not gonna like take him ahead of him. But yeah, I definitely prefer Diggs and CD, I think, to AJ Brown. It's just I don't know, like it's so like it's vibes based versus like projections based. So I'm trying to balance that in my head, and it's tough.
I can dig it. Oh my goodness. Calvin Ridley just keeps getting pushed further and further into the second round this month. That is crazy.
One moment. I just have to I have a emergency I have to take care of for like 1 minute. So
Yeah,
so
no worries.
I'll be right back.
No worries. Closing out the second round here. We got Josh Jacobs coming up. We got a nice little Tyreek Hill and Josh Jacobs pairing there. So we'll start filling up our queue here for pick 32. We've got Pollard and Diggs. Pick 32. If we get fan favorite Mark Andrews to slide to us, that would be great. Maybe even a Josh Allen. Can look a little bit further, get some correlation with Buffalo and New England by adding Ramondre in there.
All right, sir, we're back. Thank you for taking the ship.
All good, man. You're a lot of pressure.
You're a true grown ass man. I like it. Okay, so wow, this is going really slow. I feel like I was like,
Yeah.
I thought we would be back on the clock. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna miss something, but
not yet. So kind of looking at who do you want to fill up the queue with here? We've got Diggs and Pollard. Maybe Allen slides. I added in Ramondre there for some correlation.
I'm good with the. I think those would be my lean. T. Higgins, I don't hate. Yeah, that's kind of it. Debo was fine.
I'm big on Keenan this year.
Yeah, I'm good with Keenan. Yeah.
Speaking of 30-year-old wide receivers with hamstring issues.
I mean, Chargers go Burr. We've said it before, and we'll continue to say it. Chargers go Burr. So any pieces of the Chargers, I'm good with. So
yeah,
probably not this early, but if he falls to us at our next pick, I would definitely be down. Okay, let's see. Yeah, how do you feel about Josh Allen Diggs stacks? Like, how are you feeling on that?
Man, if you can pull it off and you don't have to get Allen in the second round, like we're pacing here, because if Shaw passes, I think we're in the clear. That'll be pretty incredible. A Diggs, Pollard, Allen start.
Trevor Lawrence going pick 28 to pair up with Calvin Ridley. You love to see it. It might get funky. It might get real funky. Like I said, you guys might be drunk already. Okay, Josh Allen. That's okay. I'm fine with it.
Man, I jinxed us. My bad.
No worries. Okay. Right. You want to go Ramondre?
Feeling Ramondre. Gibbs does slide a little bit if you want to lean into that Week 17 matchup with Dallas and Detroit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we have Pollard and Gibbs. I mean, well, Buffalo and New England is also a Week 17, though. I feel like I lean Ramondre, but up to you.
Do it. I'm a big Ramondre guy. Got more Ramondre bags. Let's do it.
Okay. Yeah, no, I like Gibbs, but I feel like he's more of a PPR play than a half PPR play. That's the only thing that I have a little bit of trepidation on is just, like, I think in PPR, like if it was if we're playing DraftKings or whatever, it's a smash. Like I think but I think a lot of his stuff will be like just receptions based, not so much rushing based. And I don't think his ceiling is like necessarily there just based on that.
I agree. All right. So what do we want to look at here next?
Well, we have two running backs. So while I do like ETN and Breece Hall, I feel like we should probably go wide receiver, either Debo, Keenan, Mike Williams, Drake London. Did Christian Watson go early? I didn't.
Yeah, Christian Watson went at 35, about 5 spots early. Oh, DJ Moore. How unfortunate. 36. My goodness. This board. He got his DJ Moore and Fields stacked there.
I don't love that. To be honest.
Yeah. Oh, man. ETN. Yeah, I'm kind of out on the Chicago offense this year at cost. Not a fan.
Yeah, I mean, I think the running backs, I'm fine with. Like Herbert's been steaming up a little bit, so I don't love him. But Roshan has been looking great. Okay, so who do we have here at wide receiver? You
I
want to
mean,
go
this feels
Keenan?
automatic. Keenan, yeah,
Yeah,
you dig it?
yeah, for sure.
All right.
We got both guys that could be wide receiver ones. So yeah, I like that. And then honestly,
Yeah.
Pollard could be RB1 and Ramondre could. I don't think he has true like running back one overall upside, but I think he has like top 5 in his range of outcomes for sure. So
I would agree with that. Yeah. And we're sticking with the theme. You know, you got to be 28 and older to play wide receiver in our squads here. This is good.
Hey, Tyler Lockett, come on down if he's there at our next pick.
Oh man. We got some good comments in here. You wanna pull some?
Yeah, I was gonna say let's now that we're off the clock. Are we in or out on Aaron Jones this year? I in Dynasty, I'm definitely in at his like 10th round cost. Bestball, it's just a range where I don't like find myself taking a lot of running backs in that like 50 to 60 range. So I'm in Bestball, definitely out. Like it's not so much the player, it's just the cost. So yeah, that's my answer.
I would agree. Simpatico with you there.
Okay.
Speaking of, there he goes. My goodness.
Right, one pick after Breece Hall. That's crazy.
And Najee.
These fellas hate Browns. No, I don't hate the Browns. It's just the fact that he's a running back that doesn't catch passes. Well, he doesn't catch a lot of passes.
Yeah.
I think it's for both of us. I can speak for us. I think that's really all it is. Is like he could go off for 1,600 yards pretty easily and whatever 10 touchdowns, but while it is half PPR, the receptions definitely give you a big boost. So
yeah,
I think that's really
he's that kind of caps him outside of the top 5, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have that like that legendary upside as coined by Pat Kerrane. So I don't like, because even Pollard, like he just has that receiving upside where it's like he could put up whatever huge seasons in terms of touchdowns, receptions. I just think he has I like Pollard straight up over him in all formats. So yeah, I think if you're doing a little Nick Chubb, Garrett Wilson, like back to back at 12 and 13, I that's fine. But otherwise I don't love it.
All right. I'm going to need you to help me here with the correlation and use your galaxy brain.
Okay.
We are on the clock. Pick 56.
So we could
feels early for Judy.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like we should push Judy. My gut says Tyler Lockett. I know we were joking about it, but I honestly feel like he's my favorite pick here.
Oh yeah. Let's lock in the olds. Let's do it.
It's just like McLaurin is injured. No, you're good. I was like, oh shit, are you clicking or are you not clicking?
Just tempting fate.
Just pump faking me here.
Yeah.
McLaurin injured. Didn't love him anyways, so I don't love it there. Who else was on the board? Christian Kirk has been getting a little bit of fudded down in terms of he might be a little bit more slot only than two wide receiver sets. So, and I wasn't really in on him before either. So Tyler Lockett, just the JSN news, obviously I still think down the stretch, like JSN will be super strong, definitely down to take some JSN if he falls to us. But I don't know. I just think Tyler Lockett we're talking about olds, but like until they fall off, they'll perform, and he gives us spike weeks. He might get a little bit of early season boost if JSN isn't up to speed in the beginning, which I don't think is necessarily going to be the case. But I don't know. I love Tyler Lockett. I can't stop taking him. So
same. One of the easier clicks in this range.
Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite us in the ass. Okay. What are your thoughts on Warren taking Najee's job? The L coach, what's going on?
I heard somebody the other day make a great comparison where, like they still have an obligation to trot Najee out there, but there may just become a point And there may come a point where they want to just start, dedicating more of the offense to the more explosive player. My gosh, they just took Kyle Pitts at pick 63 and broke my heart.
And with TJ Hawkinson.
That's
a no. That's a no-no.
That's a take. Nick Chubb, Barkley, Hawkinson, Kyle Pitts. All right, we're up.
Judy just went. Shit. Okay.
This feels like Jahan or
I honestly I'm down for Dotson. I'm down for Dotson or JSN.
Dotson or JSN.
So whatever you're feeling there, because I really like JSN still. So but we can try to push it though.
Yeah, let's push it a bit. Let's go Dotson.
Okay. We got I like this room. We got Pollard and Ramondre. We were just talking about them and their upside. We got Diggs, Keenan, Tyler Lockett, who all could be whatever. They could give you 30 points in any week. And then Dotson, who McLaurin is injured and he's a year 2 breakout. And I think people are now. I think the hype is building, but I think all offseason it's been kind of like he's been the forgotten man with all the other year 2 wide receivers. So
yeah, Pickens dominated the discourse over the summer, I feel like, and Jahan Dotson just kind of slid through. It was great.
It's so funny. It's like I don't even hate George Pickens. Like he's fine. Like I actually don't hate his price or anything. It's just the fact that people are like such champions for him. They just love George Pickens that I feel like I have to like be the opposing force. You know what I mean? Like it's like when like I don't know how if you've ever dealt with Packers fans, but I'm a Lions fan and I never had a problem with Packers fans. I moved to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and there's a lot of Packers fans there because it's close to Wisconsin. And I was like, I can't deal with these people. They're just like they would be hyping up like just like every single aspect of everything, and I'm just like, okay, now I don't like you. Like when you're just pushing your Packers ideology on me, that's when I need to push back. So
the big cheese agenda. Love it. We did lose out on JSN. Unfortunately, we couldn't push it that far.
That's okay.
It looks like JT finally went there at pick 71.
Still think it's a little bit. I think I prefer Dobbins there.
I would take Dobbins and Akers. I don't have much Akers. Do you?
I don't have much Akers at all. I don't like. I actually think he's a good pick. Like what would you go around like pick 80 or 75 or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate it. It's just like it's not a range. I just feel like it's always a range where I'm taking wide receivers or like Kyle Pitts or someone if he falls. So yeah, it's more just team based.
Ooh, all right. We are coming up. So what do you want to fill this queue with here? We've got Javonte, Monty, Pittman.
Definitely like Javonte. Monty. Yeah, I think those are the guys I would lean.
Okay.
Honestly, Pittman, if he falls. Well, what's our next pick?
Pick 80.
Pick 80.
But we do have old man Brandon Cooks fitting in real nice with these three.
Yeah, that's true. Especially because if we want to take a Dak.
Yeah, and we got some correlation there with the Dallas Detroit game.
I would have loved Javonte there, Dan. That hurts. Yeah, I'm good with Pittman, Cooks, or QJ because we have Keenan. I say we go Cooks to just lock up. Or what are you feeling on Pittman? Because I feel like I'm fine to take him because he's past ADP, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm good either way. ADP is value, but you make the call real quick.
Let's go Cooks.
1 second.
It's only a couple picks ahead of ADP, and the correlation boost, I'll take it. So
yeah.
Hey, we might be setting up for a Laporta pick later, guy. What's going on?
You know the secret word. Yeah, I've been. That is him and Pitts are by far my most rostered tight ends. I think I have 28 to 30% of each. So
28%.
Yeah, it's. I haven't been chasing him up the board. Oddly enough, when I'm in drafts, he's still kind of. I haven't had to go. I think what was it? Around like 128, maybe was like the earliest I've seen him go lately.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like so it's not egregious, but I mean, you just get into such a gross part of the draft there in the like late like 120 to 140. I feel like so. I don't know.
No, I agree. I think whatever, he's just been getting so much steam lately. I don't think maybe his ADP is still like he'll fall sometimes because I don't think casuals necessarily like know who he is still. Like us sickos have been have been drafting since whatever February and doing dynasty drafts and everything. But I say QJ is a smash here.
Yeah, I feel like we can almost close up receiver there. That is quite the receiver room.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate. We have a Marvin Mims comment in here. I was going to say Marvin Mims is the best wide receiver on the Broncos. Yeah, I was going to say if Marvin Mims is there, I think we could make a detour for one more wide receiver. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, we'll see who falls to us. But yeah, I think we're good to load up on. What are our next picks? 104 and what is it? 111?
104 and 113.
113. Okay, yeah. So I mean, what my gut says probably a couple quarterbacks there. Okay. So wait, let's look at our correlation right now. Who do we have? So Dak, Geno, Dak or Geno. We could double tap Dak and Geno there if you wanted, or we could push. We have some outs for some late quarterbacks too. So
okay.
Your boy Treylon, he's looking like he might be ready for week 1. So,
yeah, the beast. Goodness, and he's still pretty. I don't think the adjustment on his ADP has really hit yet. He still feels real cheap for high upside wide receiver too.
I think Bateman and Treylon are like some of the best picks right now in the whole draft. Like I think people are like you just said, people are still baking in the injuries. So yeah, and as I say that, both of them go. So
yeah, that's how it goes. It's okay.
You say Treylon Burks' name in the mirror 3 times, and he appears.
You start getting asthma.
You start hunting hogs.
Yeah, oh my! Did anybody like that? What was it? And it's not just hunting hogs. It was like hunting hogs with a field knife too, wasn't it? Like just going out solo. Just
absolute grown ass man. He would have fit the bill with the team.
I love it. Just watching Predator too many times when you're a kid. Get the mud going. You're ready to go.
I mean, those Arkansas boys, they're built different,
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I feel like running back. I mean, we have such good, strong running backs. Like, I think I'm willing to push it to our next couple picks.
Okay.
I'm good with Charbonnet. Gibson. Gibson goes. I'm good with. Okay, so yeah, Charbonnet, Pat Freiermuth, Dak, or Geno. I think those are my guys.
Somehow Anthony Richardson is just, gliding between the raindrops here. I get we have zero correlation or stacks there, but
yeah, because if we would have taken Pittman, then maybe it would have made sense a little bit. But yeah, I don't hate it, but I feel like it's hard. Kind of just we could go Alec Pierce, and Downs, but we already have wide receivers, so I feel like I don't love it. I feel like I would go Dak, just to lock up, since we know these rooms can be crazy. I feel like I just lock up at least one quarterback.
That is the cheapest 300 points on the board right there.
I love it. Okay, so then, yeah, I mean, next pick, we definitely have outs for other quarterbacks, and we can go 2 QB if we have Dak, I think. So we could go Geno, but we also, it's not a necessary thing. I'm good with Charbonnet, Brian Robinson. What other guys do we have? Jalen Warren he's going really early now, but we could definitely go Jalen Warren to do a little Seattle, Pittsburgh. What else is going on here?
Kincaid, if you feel real slappy.
Kincaid, yeah, I haven't taken much Kincaid at all. Sorry, wait, can you scroll down a little bit? There was someone else. Samaje has been getting good reports, and he correlates. Marvin Mims.
Did I miss Samaje? Uh-oh.
Oh, did he just go? Oh, he just went. Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like Charbonnet's easy money here. 9 picks past ADP if he slides to us.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'd do that over Gino and just whatever. We can deal with it.
Oh, man.
Okay, so decision point here. We don't need to take Gino, but I'm fine with it to just lock up our QBs. Jalen Warren correlates with Tyler Lockett. Kincaid with Buffalo, and that's we. So yeah, what are you thinking here?
I'm feeling Warren, and maybe we can come back and grab Howell. You want to do it?
Yeah, I was gonna say we got a Howell out, so that's good.
A Howell out. I like that.
Howell has been just moving up. Like I feel like that's like what I was saying. I didn't draft for like a few weeks really. I was watching streams and everything, but I feel like you don't really like it doesn't get into your brain unless you're like in the actual draft as much.
Yeah.
But because he was going past pick 200 for the whole year, and then the last couple of weeks after he was named the starter, where it's just like, okay, they're not starting Jacoby Brissett. Maybe if Howell fails, then they'll start him, but not right out of the gate. So I think that's still one of the biggest edges is like just taking advantage of ADP when like we haven't heard the quote actual like news. I feel like there's so many situations like that where a guy will jump like 30, 40 picks in ADP just when like what we already know is going to happen happens. So really being
everybody just realizes it.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. And it's like, I truly do. I don't know who was talking about it. If it was Pete or if it was Pat or someone recently was saying like the market just doesn't react rationally to it. So I think there's still a big edge there. And this is a good time to draft too, because that's happening. We got the chaotic casual rooms, and we also have more information than earlier in terms of like RB2 situations and just like whatever people getting hurt and stuff. So I honestly think next year, like I'm going to save a lot of my bullets for like the last like week or something, and just try to rip them all and fill them in, because it's just like I feel like there's a lot of like edge to be gained here.
Yeah, I agree with that. I did some earlier in the year in May. I think like late April and May, just to scratch that itch a little bit and get after that. I think I took June off. And then late July and August, just opened up the direct deposits into Underdog. So it was good. We lose Gino there.
That's fine. I mean, I'm fine with whatever.
You know whose song is getting ready to play?
the Laporta potty.
Just a threat. He's right there.
Okay, wait.
So this is pretty gross. Overall,
yeah, who's there? Can you go to wide receiver really quick? I just want to see who's there. Yeah, wide receiver, I think we push it. Running back, Penny, Elijah Mitchell, A-Chain. No, we have 3 now, so I think we're fine. And then quarterback, there's no one really that correlates here, right? We don't have any.
No. Just Howell later on.
What are our next? Can you show the board so I can see the next couple picks? Because
so we've got 128, 137, and 152.
So I say let's take Laporta, lock up a little Detroit, bring back if he doesn't go.
We lost Penny.
Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's rip it, grip it, and rip it.
There we go. Getting slappy.
And then
I jinxed us by saying I hadn't seen him. I hadn't picked him at 128 yet. And here I am, breaking my vows. Picking Sam Laporta early.
If there's a time to do it, it's on stream. It's after touting him, so I'm down.
That's great.
We could if Goff falls to us. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. because what other correlations do we have? I'm just trying to think because I don't think we have a ton of late quarterback options that stack
Buffalo.
up.
Yeah.
We have Kenny Pickett with Warren.
Pickett.
It's not a great correlation, but I mean Russ, but we don't really have anyone to stack him up with now.
We could grab Dulcich later.
Ooh, Russ and Dulcich. Where's Dulcich's ADP right now?
Let's find out. 169. Wow,
Ooh.
how perfect is that?
Three-leg bracket going at pick 169. You'd love to see it.
Yeah, man.
Okay, no, that you know what? I don't hate that. I mean, it's a little tough because I feel like I'd maybe want to. Well, no, we have 161 is our pick, so we could go Russ, and then maybe an RB 152, and then Dulcich 161.
Yeah.
I don't want to lock us into that necessarily, but definitely fine with. You said we've been taking a lot of Russ. I like Russ. So
I feel like all my worst tendencies are being displayed for everybody to see right here. This is great.
Exactly. It brings it out. Being on stream, you're just like, okay, like it's flying. You're flying, and you're just like, okay, what am I doing? Okay.
Right, we have lost Russ.
We lost Russ. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good with A-Chain here. I'm actually fine with Jacoby Myers. I think A-Chain for the late season upside. What about you?
A-Chain? Let's lock it in.
I mean, hey, with the Jeff Wilson news, I mean, I know, what is it, Ahmed or whatever, looked pretty good in the preseason, but it's just an upside late season play. Raheem Mostert is 31 and is made of glass. So I mean, if it's Mostert, or I mean, if it's A-Chain and Ahmed, like I think that's a smash. Like he probably would be, you know what I mean? He'll probably be getting some big long runs, and we saw in college he could actually carry the load. So
yeah,
while he is only like 195 pounds or something, if there's any offense I'm going to bet on a 195-pound back, it's the Miami offense. So yeah, I like A-Chain a lot.
Very excited to see him play. Look at us, back-to-back rookies.
You know, I love taking rookies. It's just, you know, that late season upside, and we just don't know what's going to go in, and there's the uncertainty there, and I like it. Okay, yeah. Who's your favorite tight end target after that first tier? I don't really know what the first tier is. I mean, the first tier is really just Kelsey. But yeah,
I was thinking it was kind of Laporta is that first tier, and then there's everybody else.
Hey, you know, we could take him 105 next year. I mean, if he pops off.
Honestly, I don't understand. Like, I understand, but I don't like Kyle Pitts in the 70s. Just feels like the easiest click that's out there. Like that, I can't pass that up, and I haven't passed that up. So if he's available there, that's him. And I can tell myself stories of why I would rather have him over Hawkinson and Goddard and a lot of those other guys that go before him, with the exception of Andrews and Kelsey.
No, absolutely. No, I think I mean, obviously we're dynasty bro, so we you can probably tell that we're in on Kyle Pitts, but he literally put up 1,000 yards as a rookie. His range of outcomes just based on like his numbers and his peripherals that he's put up in his first 2 years. Like I don't think Ritter is amazing by any means, but I think he's fine. Like I think they're going to pass more. They were historically low passing rate last year. So even if they get to like 30 pass attempts a game, which I don't think is crazy, that's like about league average. I think he's just going to smash like whatever, 25% target share. And you get to play him in your tight end spot. So I think it doesn't make sense to me because I feel like I almost feel like it's weird. I think people are almost discounting him because he is a tight end. It's like I feel like if he was a wide receiver, like
they're punishing him way hard for being injured last year and playing in a busted ass offense.
Yeah, no, I mean 100%. It's just he burned me last year.
Yeah,
take him this year.
All right, we're on deck here. What are you thinking? We've got Rashi Rice slipping way past ADP.
Okay.
But no. We do
Running
have
backs.
him. Oh,
I'm good with Roshan. I feel like I lean Roshan and then try to get Dulcich with our next pick, or Gallup. We have let's see how many we have. What, 6 wide receivers?
Yeah, 6.
Okay.
I feel like Roshan's a nice upside play.
I feel like Roshan. Yeah, we're playing the rookie hits, but I like Roshan.
Good with it.
Yeah, 100%.
We are getting killed a bit on our QBs here. We saw Russ and Jordan Love, Pickett and Howell go.
Just went. Oh shit! Mac Jones, here we come.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make our own way. It could be Brock Purdy's music, and we can, find some. Yeah,
there, and he goes. There you go. When it happens again, you say his name, he goes.
Brutal.
What other? Pull up quarterbacks. I'm just trying to think through. This is real tough, huh?
Yeah, the sex appeal is just not there.
I mean, yeah, I'm fine with Mac Jones, honestly.
Yeah, I almost feel like we can wait till close to the end, or is this a? Do we get real frisky? When is Dak's bye week? Bye week 7. Do we get real frisky and go? Is this a Kyler team with Wilson at wide receiver? Maybe
we could. Yeah, we could. Who else? Let me just think through these quarterbacks. Mac Jones, Ritter. There's nobody you can really stack up with. Yeah, I mean, I don't honestly. I feel like Mac Jones, if he is there, I'm fine with it because he's the bring back on the Buffalo stuff, and we have Ramondre. So, and Ramondre catches passes, so I don't hate it. We could get a Devontae Parker maybe, or Hunter, or actually, I'm honestly like Hunter Henry. I feel like Hunter Henry goes well with our Laporta pick. So yeah.
It does. We are up here. What do you want to do?
Let's go Dulcich, I think.
Okay.
Give us at least one Denver bring back on our QJ and Keenan Allen.
There we go. A little tight end run here.
So okay, we have 2 tight ends. Can you let's run through our team really quick. Can you pull that up? Okay, we got Dak at quarterback, stacked up with Pollard and Brandon Cooks. We got Ramondre, Jalen Warren, a little mini with Tyler Lockett, A-Chain uncorrelated, and Roshan uncorrelated. We got Diggs, Keenan Allen, Tyler Lockett, Dotson, Brandon Cooks, QJ, and then we have Laporta and Greg Dulcich. So both bring backs on some of our other guys. So I think we got a good combination of rookies, vets. Our structure is good. We can probably get one more tight end, I would say. Maybe like I said, a Hunter Henry. Quarterback is rough just because of everyone that's going, and we don't have a ton of correlation there. So yeah, Dawson Knox. We have Dawson Knox too. We could go.
Could go Dawson Knox.
I know. Kincaid's been getting a lot of steam, but I still think Dawson Knox is a fine pick. Did Hunter Henry just go?
No.
Oh, okay. Jesus Christ. I was like, holy shit.
No. I am just crippling myself here.
No
the wheels.
Okay, let's think. Okay, so we know we're going to go quarterback, and we're probably going to go tight end.
We're coming up at pick.
So we have what?
And 185.
So we have what? 4 more picks? Yeah. So, okay. So let's think through this here. We probably need one more running back, one more wide receiver, and then quarterback and tight end, right? So,
yep.
So Mac, I think we can push to like the last round. I'm not super worried about Mac. So I say we go like running back, wide receiver, and then Or we could go running back and either Dawson Knox and Hunter Henry, wide receiver, and then quarterback Mac Jones at the end. So what let's see how it plays out, but yeah.
I feel like I just saw the equations floating outside of your brain as you were saying all of that, just orbiting your dome. That's incredible.
Hey man, I've been doing a lot of drafting. I know you've been doing a lot of drafting. It's like
you are much better at verbalizing it than I am. And here, it's just a war between the ears at all times.
Is this year going to be the return of the Mac? What are your thoughts on Mac this year?
Oh yeah, it's pairing him up with a competent offensive coordinator will probably do wonders. I think he's a good QB. Obviously, doesn't move the needle a ton, but for a pure pocket passer, I like him. I think he's going to do good.
I just think it's literally just getting rid of Matt Patricia will do wonders.
Yeah.
Like it's basically boils down to that. Like I don't think he has great weapons, but I mean Hunter Henry, Gesicki is pretty solid. Devontae Parker is a fine NFL receiver. I don't know why they gave him a 3-year contract, but Juju is fine. The Demario Douglas guy has been looking really good. Ramondre, like I think they're going to be fine. Like they always have good coaching. I think they're being slept on just because of how bad they were last year. So yeah, definitely in on Mac this year. He goes in the last round, so I mean, whatever. Like,
all right, run with me here. Do we want to snag another wide receiver?
Who's available?
So in keeping with our old man thing, we do have Devontae Parker here. If we're going to do the max stack.
You know what? I say we just take Knox or Henry, honestly. If we're going to do the max stack, I'd probably lean Henry just so we have a little bit of bring back there, but yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I mean, Henry is still a great pick. Like even he's moved up a little bit from like the last round or two, but I still think he's a great pick and he's a bring back. And if he gets us the Mac Jones backdoor stack. So
Kendrick Bourne at 178. What a time to be alive.
He's been getting a little bit of steam lately, but yeah, that's way too early. 18th round. If we would have taken Mac and then whatever, like he was there last round, if we needed a wide receiver, I'd be fine with it. But yeah.
Yeah.
Not my
right,
not
so
my
what are you
favorite.
feeling with this next one?
So we have what, 5 running backs?
Oh man, hang on. Jeez Louise.
I'll go
5
2.
running backs, 6 wide receivers, 3 tight ends, 1 QB.
Who's available at QB? Like we could go like an unstacked. We could go. I mean, I feel like we kind of locked ourselves into the Mac Jones now, taking Hunter Henry. I mean, not necessarily, but
yeah.
I say running back or wide receiver. Probably wide receiver because I think the wide receivers get real nasty. Well, the wide receivers are already real nasty. So
yeah, I mean, this is not the sexiest group. You drive the train here.
What about running backs? Let's see.
So we've got Samir, Chuba.
What do we have any correlations here?
Nothing that jumps out.
I mean, I'm fine with Chuba if you just want to just grab a running back. I don't know if you like any other running backs, but
no, I think that's a good call though. And then I think we're good at running back.
Yeah, so good at running back. If you want, let's think through wide receivers now. So, if we wanted to, we could take Mac with our next pick and then just take our last wide receiver with our last pick and try to correlate it.
Okay.
So let's think through Seattle, Pittsburgh, nobody. Chargers, we could go Josh Palmer. I don't love it at all, and we already have 2, so I don't love that. But we could. And okay, Washington, Curtis Samuel is already gone.
Buffalo from San Fran.
You know what? I have a guy.
Oh,
Deontay Hardy. Is he still available?
Let's find out. That.
No.
He is. He's
Okay,
there.
perfect.
Got him in there. I like it. Unique.
You know what? Pat was touting him recently on Pete's stream, and I love Deontay Hardy. I think I have I was just trying to pull it up on my let me pull it up on my phone really quick. I think I have 50% of him in Dynasty, because it's okay, there's I know that our general philosophy in Dynasty, for those of you that don't know, is that it's called the Samaje P line. So basically any wide receiver after where Samaje Perine used to go last year, which is 18th round or whatever, we just really don't want to roster, because they're just going to clog your roster up. You'd rather just take the upside shot at some backup running back, and if they get an opportunity, if someone gets hurt, then you can just either sell them or use their points. They'll score 13, 14 points, whatever. So that's kind of the general philosophy. But Deontay Hardy, I just think people love guys on the Bills. He is just, I just feel like he could catch a couple deep balls, and that's fine. Yeah. And if he is the wide receiver 3, that's been a very fruitful role in fantasy. So yeah, I'm just okay, whatever. It's probably not a great, whatever. He's probably not going to do that great, but if at the cost of nothing, in Bestball and in Dynasty, if he is the wide receiver 3, I think he can, whatever. You can throw him in your flex and pray and hope that he catches a deep bomb from Josh Allen. I think that's a fine bet. So yeah.
I think that's a good call.
Okay. Let's see what else. Yeah. How are you feeling on Chuba? I know you liked him early in the offseason. Has it changed, or what's going on?
Yeah, I think he's back practicing again. So nothing's changed in my mind. I think he's actually gotten cheaper, hasn't he? So because he dealt with the injury stuff. So still one of my higher rostered guys. Miles Sanders, good player, not exactly a picture of health. And Frank Reich loves to rotate running backs. Frustratingly so. I remember many times when Naheem Hines would come in for goal line situations instead of 230-pound Jonathan Taylor. Just great stuff. So anything can happen in a Frank Reich offense. And Chuba, I always remember his college profile. He was a great college player. 17th round Kyler is kind of filthy. I'm not gonna.
That is honestly, that is kind of filthy.
And now we're gonna pick Mac Jones.
Yeah, let's go Mac, because I don't think Hardy is even drafted that much. So
yeah,
and we have stacked and correlated. So I
that's a real dichotomy of man right there. Kyler Murray versus Mac Jones.
Going back-to-back picks. That's pretty crazy. Yeah. If you were to say that a year ago, that would not be what people would think is going to happen. That just shows you how little we actually know. It really does. It's just.
Did Mac Jones have a career year?
Yeah.
He must have thrown for 50 passes if he's going next to Kyler.
Exactly. No, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like we just said, I actually love Mac Jones this year, and I just think whatever. He's going to give you whatever 15 points a week, and then he might have a few big games where he throws 3 touchdowns, whatever. I think Dak. I still think people are sleeping on Dak. I just think the interception narrative is just really, really bad. It's just it's not going to happen again. I know they switch offensive coordinators. I just feel like it's being overplayed. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I want to give them a slight downgrade, but not enough where it's really doing anything for me.
It's still one of the sickest offenses in the league, playing in a division where you're going to have to put up 30 points to win most games, I feel like. So, yeah.
Pollard, Lamb, Brandon Cooks. I'm super big on Brandon Cooks this year. Okay. Our boy Wandale, I would have loved actually that.
He's in it. He just got, So you want to close it out with Hardy?
Let's just go to wide receiver. Let's see what's going on. If there's anybody else.
Wilson Campbell, Palmer, Richie James,
Matt
Chase
Holland.
Claypool. Could chase that with Roshan.
No, I don't love that. Let's just go Hardy. I mean, Michael Wilson is probably the right pick there, but I don't know. I have no faith in Michael Wilson. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, winning a tournament off of a sick, 70-yard pass hauled in by Deontay. What a way to cap it off. That's the story we can tell ourselves here.
No, honestly, that is exactly the story. Like week 17, he gets by the safety, and just whatever rips a long one, or even a couple. I mean, like if you
A
watch,
couple. We're not happy with just one.
if you watch his highlights
Oh
2 years ago, he is nuts. He is. I remember in high school I played against a guy who was like, his name was Dennis Norfleet. If you Google anyone who is still in here right now, Google Dennis Norfleet high school highlights, Martin Luther King High School. He was 5'5", super tiny. He played, all his offensive linemen were 6'5", 300 pounds, and he was the fastest man I've ever seen in person. He was crazy, and it's the same vibes with Deontay Hardy. It's just like he gets the ball and he's a return man, and he just bobs and weaves across the whole field, and he can get by you deep. So he has the yak ability and the deep ability to get past you. And I mean I'm all in. Like I said, I think I'm at 50% in Dynasty. So
how fast did those legs have to be churning at 5'5" to blow past people? I mean, it just had to look like pistons out there, just pumping through.
brother, you want to get amped up after this? We got to hop
you
on.
got a highlight reel.
It's crazy. Yeah.
I love it.
I have a picture in my room in my parents' house of me tackling him, because like back in the day, he went to Michigan. He didn't end up doing anything. He returned a couple of kicks. He had a viral video of him like dancing, doing like the whatever what's the cues where like they do the black fraternity where they like kind of like they do a dance for the fraternity. He had like a viral video of like during, I think it was the Notre Dame game, where like it was super hype and he was dancing. It went viral. Other than that, I think he failed out and didn't do anything. But great player. Like,
yeah, that's awesome. Closing in on this last pick, that's just not
all right, yeah, you want to let's run through this team. I do have another stream at 2 p.m, so I should probably cut it now, but let's go through it. What are you doing? You do the honors
of who we've got. So we've got Dak Prescott and Mac Jones at QB, running back coming in strong with big start on Tony Pollard and Ramondre Stevenson. Waited a while and then went Jalen Warren, Devon Achane, Roshan Johnson, and got Chuba Hubbard late. Wide receiver, started out with the old guys. We went Stephon Diggs, Keenan Allen, Tyler Lockett, mixed in some youth with Jahan Dotson, and then went back to the olds with Brandon Cooks, mixed in Quentin Johnson and Deontay Hardy with our last pick. Tight end, what an honor and a privilege to be on a stream where we get to draft fan favorite Sam Laporta and Greg Dulcich and Hunter Henry, bringing it in with the max stack. Feeling it. Not our best job at correlation, but with how crazy that room was on the QB snipes, I feel all right with it.
I feel really good. I really like this team. I think it's a good, I feel pretty strong at all positions. Wide receiver, we hit so many early. It's like it really frees you up to be flexible later on. I really liked how we did that. And running backs, yeah, we got a good mix of kind of like whatever, the grown ass men early on, and then some high upside plays. Quarterback, like Dak is perfectly fine. And then Mac is stacked up. So yeah, I love it. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate you, bro. And like this might be the last one for the summer, but let's definitely do some stuff in season. Maybe we can do some early morning streams before games start, or just watching some games and tilting our guys. I would love to.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, man. Close out strong. You got this.
Amen, brother. So yeah, and I will end on this note. I just looked on my phone, and I have 51.5% Deontay Hardy in Dynasty. So, amen, and have a great holiday weekend, everyone. Thanks, guys.